I think that maybe it's the buyer's lens through which I look. I think it's vitally important that no matter which industry you come from, you need to understand that stuff. Especially if you're a shareholder, you don't have to master it, but you need to understand basically, this is the things that are required, this is why, and if I don't deliver on these things, this is what's going to be the consequences. Because if you are, say for example, you are creative, and I wish I was creative, but say for example you are creative, right? And you discover on the death knell that actually the bank is about to take your business because you didn't know that this was so important. It's too late then, right? And not mastering it doesn't mean that you don't know how to fix it. It's two different things. It's not the accountant's job to make sure compliance. It's the people leading the charge, so you know how important it is to hit that profitability number, and you know the measurement is quarterly, so that you can know that the measurement in August is not as important as the measurement May, for example. So I think it is important for entrepreneurs when they realize that they need capital, or in whatever combination they want to take it, they need to speak to someone and say, what are the options? How does it work? And Google is your friend. I just Google, all the stuff is on Google. If I want to raise capital, what does it? Pick up the phone, call people, ask people to refer you. There's Heavy Chef will put you in touch with people that know the stuff instantly. And it's not complicated. It's the language that we use makes it sound complicated. It's not. It's actually quite simple. And there's like 3 or 4 things that you need to understand. And Bob's your uncle, and you leave it to the people in the team that have that expertise to help you manage it and execute it. The first one is that I think for the senior team in any organization, no matter how big or small it is, everybody should be able to read the management accounts. I'm not saying that you should read the international financial reporting standards. No, the management accounts. What is the profit? What is the revenue? What is the balance sheet? And there are big ticket items. In the income statement, how is the top line growing, the profitability, the profit margin? You are sorted. Né? Leave the rest to the specialists, but you must know those things and understand and see where they are going. And then when you go to the balance sheet, cash balance is number one. Profit is a promise, cash is king. Cash balance, liabilities, because those are the 2 things that people go out of business. Too little cash and too much debt. Liabilities, where it's going. And then if you're in a business that carries a lot of stock, like if you sell stuff and you are required to hold a lot of stock, right? Or inventory as they call it. You need to check that number, because too much inventory, you're tying up cash in the wrong place, debtors are playing you late, creditors are overdue. So those are the 5 things that you need to focus on the balance sheet. And then cash flow, it's simple. What is dropping out in the cash flow? Because the income side of the balance sheet tells you what is going to, that one tells you what's hitting the bank account. So those are the things you need to know as a basic. You don't have to understand the whole thing. Highlight the 4 or 5 numbers, ask the accountant to highlight the 4 or 5. You must check every month. And you will see, last month it was this, why is it like this? Then someone must tell you the reason why. Then you are sorted.